Hey guys, I'm Tim with Original Strength, and this week I wanted to talk to you about internal leg rotation. Again, I recently made a video, you may have seen it, about Elvis the pelvis, about internally rotating and externally rotating the leg and letting the hips follow through, letting the body follow through. And that was standing, and that may be too much for some people. Maybe we need to work internal rotation on the ground, or just maybe it's a good idea to. So I'm going to show you two ways to work internal leg rotation, and why this is important is because, well, your legs are made to internally rotate. It's a ball and socket joint, and if we don't use what we're given, we lose it. And a lot of people walk around with external rotation. They're really good at it, but they're not really good at internal rotation. And that's a quality we want to have because it makes everything else about the body better. When you have all the things you've been given, then everything works together better as a whole. When you're missing qualities of what you're supposed to have, then the entire quality of the whole is not as good, if that makes any sense. Anyway, here's some somewhat simple internal rotation exercises you can do. Exercises, they're movements, they're not exercises. They're self-exploration, if you will. So one thing I like to do is just lie on the ground and internally rotate the leg. So what gets to be fun about this is you're just leading with the inside of the foot or the big toe, trying to internally rotate the hip. But if you relax, and as you're gonna hit a wall, you're gonna hit a roadblock where that feels like it's all I got. But if you let that knee bend and then start driving with the knee, it actually starts to spiral and it starts to roll the hip as well. And it feels pretty daggone good. So again, all you're doing is you're internally rotating the leg, and you're gonna hit a barrier because your leg's straight. But then if you allow the knee to bend and continue aiming down for the floor with that knee, you'll start to rotate the hip, and it just also starts to stretch and lengthen out your fascia in your torso. Feels pretty good. So you just relax and you internally rotate as far as that will go, and you let your body follow where it will follow. So let the hip follow. And you just work that back and forth. You can also deliberately put more bend in your knee, and you can even try to do it like a wave. So foot, knee, hip. And if you keep reaching with it, it's going to spiral through your whole body. So foot, knee, and the hip rotates. And if you just keep reaching with that knee towards the floor, you're just spiraling the entire leg, and it goes up through the hip. Feels pretty neat in a good way. The other thing you can do is do it from sitting. So we can rotate the leg in. You can, again, think about it like starting from the foot, and then let the knee go. And then let the knee go, keep reaching with the knee, but then let the hip go, let the body go, and let it just spiral you all the way around. And then you got two options. You can undo it from the top, use the head to unspiral the body, or you can drive in, spiral, and then unravel from the bottom just as you started it. So again, you're sitting in the V position, the V sit. You internally rotate the leg, and then it's going to hit that, you're still going to hit that roadblock, and then you're going to start leading with the knee. But so what happens is the hip internally rotates, and you're going to feel it. And then it rotates the pelvis, but just let go and let it continue to rotate. So yes, in the past we've done rotations where we're just here, but and we're leading with the head, and it does get the hip to go into internal rotation. But what we're actually doing now is trying to lead from the leg and purposefully go into internal rotation, and we just follow it, or let the body follow, and then bring it back. And it's kind of neat to initiate from the leg, follow, and then unravel from the leg and let it unravel you. So these are just two simple movements to work on internal rotation. And if you work on this and you just explore, one, you might find it feels good. Two, you might find it frees up your shoulders. Again, a lot of people externally rotate their hips, which means they walk around with internally rotated shoulders. but everything's connected. So if we could get internal rotation, maybe our shoulders would be able to go into external rotation. We might feel a lot more comfortable when we're walking. Just a thought. Anyway, that's our tip for this week. Give that a shot. Let me know what you think. Play with internal, external hip rotation. You can also do it bent knee. There's so many different ways to do this. You can do it in the shin box way, but the spiral is fun to play with. All right, I just gave you another one. That was free. I'm Tim, this is Original Strength, and we'll see you next time. To learn more, consider attending an Original Strength workshop. Visit originalstrength.net. To train with Tim, go to osi-online.com.